Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel. Peter likes books. And this is a random Sunday vlog. If you watch my vlog channel, I have a daily vlog channel called Peter Vlogs. It's listed below. I vlog every day. I have vlogged every day since 2008, January 1st of 2017. I vlogged every day. And now they're like an hour a day. But today I was sitting around and I wanted to make a BookTube video, and I was like, I don't really have anything to make a video about because I finished The Andromeda Strain yesterday by Michael Crichton, and I put up my review. So I was like, I want to go to the bookstore. I want to go to Half Price Books and look around because I haven't been there for a while. And I was like, why not just do a random Sunday book vlog, because I haven't done that. And when I started on BookTube almost exactly 3 years ago, my 3-year anniversary will be May 11th of this year. I'm so excited. It feels kind of surreal that I have been on BookTube for 3 years. It seems strange to me. And the thing I love is that I continue to find like new booktubers. I don't ever get bored. I find newer people. And right now, if you've been watching my videos lately, you know I'm a little slightly obsessed with Spencer over at Common Spence. I think his videos are absolutely hilarious. I want to be his best friend. He just seems like so much fun to hang out with. And one of the things that I love about him is that even though he's absolutely hilarious in his videos, he gives, I feel like, very intellectual, well-thought responses and critiques books, I think, in a really intellectual way, and has, like, he always makes me think about something. So I really appreciate that. Plus, when I went back and I watched his best, I think it was Best Books of 2018 and all this, like, we agreed on a lot of the same books. So I was like, yeah, I want, like, he needs to be my friend. And I feel like that a lot on BookTube. I feel like I watch people and, like, I secretly watch them. I don't know why secretly, but I just watch a lot of people that, a lot of the booktubers that I watch, like, have 100 subscribers, you know? I need to start doing a better job of shouting people out on my channel. I always mean to, and then when I sit down to make a video, I kind of forget. So I need to make a point of doing that more in my videos, because I think it's a good way to expose you guys to booktubers that maybe you don't know. And but since I'm not doing that today, why don't you sound off in the comment section below and let me know some of the booktubers that you love. I don't care how big their channels are. You know, there are a lot of bigger YouTubers that I've never heard of before. So let me know in the comment section below who some of your favorite booktubers are, bigger and smaller, or medium, or just started, or been around and they're OGs of BookTube or whatever. So I'm in a vlog on my way to Half Price Books, which is about probably 3 to 5 more minutes. I'm almost there. And then if I get anything, I'll come out and I'll show you guys. But I probably need to not buy any books because currently I'm reading like 5 books. I feel like this is catch-up month for me. I'm reading The Wife Between Us, which I just started on vacation, and it's very good. And then I'm reading The Quickie by James Patterson, which I don't think is very good. And I thought, since it was The Quickie, it would be quickly done. I was going to read a James Patterson book every month this year, and in January, I got stuck on The Quickie, and I just can't get out of it. I loved James Patterson's first works, but these are nothing like that anymore. And they're not even quick reads to me because they're just not that interesting. They just, I don't know, like, they just don't capture me. And I know that there are a lot of people out there that still love James Patterson, but I just am bored when I read his books. And so, but I'm gonna finish it, and that's the second book. And then I'm still reading that Brian Selznick book that I've been reading for like 6 months. I honestly haven't picked it up in forever. I just need to sit down. I mean, I could probably finish it in an hour and a half. So I just need to sit down and finish that book and get it off of my reading list on Goodreads. That's the third book. And then I'm listening to, well, right now, Angie Thomas's On the Come Up is kind of on hold. I'm about, I don't know, like a third or a half of the way through that, listening to it on Audible. But I paused it so that I could listen to Columbine by David Cullen, which is Peter's book club pick for this month. We're reading Columbine because it's the 20th anniversary of Columbine this month. And so Mel, hey Mel, who is my partner in the book club, she suggested that we read that book to kind of pay, you know, homage or honor the victims of Columbine, since it's a 20-year anniversary. And we're trying to pick between the Sue Klebold book, which Sue Klebold is the mother of Dylan Klebold, who was one of the shooters, versus reading her book, which is like her emotional tale of going through what she went through as one of the mothers of the shooters, versus reading David Cullen's book, which is kind of like more the investigative account. And between you and I'm really happy that we picked the David Cullen book. Last month we read A Daughter of a Serial Killer, which was about the BTK killer, and it was about by his daughter. And I struggled a lot with that book, being that it was told from the point of view of a family member, which that's fine. But last night I went in and I had watched Sue Klebold's TED Talks a long time ago. I don't know what time Half Price Books closes. It may be closing here soon. It's 6:55. What time do they close? I cannot even see because I don't. My glasses are. Store hours. I think it says 8 p.m. But I had remembered the TED Talks being fantastic. And so I went in last night and I watched it, and I have to say, like, I just was not powerfully impacted by her TED Talks. In fact, it was a little bothersome to me. I don't know why. Like, I feel for the woman. I really, really do. I cannot imagine being a parent or a sibling of somebody that caused so much devastation to so many other people. 13 people were killed, 24 people were injured. And then you think about all the people that were emotionally impacted by having gone through that. Right in front is this book called The Last Voyage by Poe Blythe. I was sent that book by the publisher and I haven't read it. There's this huge stand right there for it. So anyway, but then I went in and I watched her, like she did an interview with Diane Sawyer a couple years ago. And like it made me realize I'm glad that we didn't pick that book for this month, that we didn't pick her like portrayal of what had happened. But I do want to read her book. Like I want to read what it was like from her point of view, I think, because I just want to see what she has to say about it. And the interview was interesting because she said, like the first thing Diane Sawyer says, like, is like, what do you say, or do you have anything to say to the people that were affected? And she said, I want to say I'm sorry to people that my son harmed. And Diane Sawyer says, you say harmed, you don't say killed. And she said, yeah, I still have a hard time with that word. And Diane Sawyer said, do you think that's because you're in denial? And she says something like, you can see there's a lot of awareness there. Like she really has gone through it, you know? And she says, I don't know, perhaps. And it's very interesting to hear like her point of view of everything. This guy just like waved at me, I don't know why. And he was like, he looked right at me and he went. So anyway, it's interesting, you know, like, and like we understand more now that it's been 20 years. Apparently there's supposedly an updated epilogue with this book because more has come out since he published it. The book, I'm like an hour into the audio version of it. It's very interesting. He has like the journals, and he has tape recordings of them and video recordings and things, and it's very, very interesting. But I will tell you, one of the things that was interesting to me is that like in the TED Talks and in the interview, she said, I'm not at this point yet in the book, so I don't know, it may come out in the book, but she says that she, like, you know, like Diane asks her, what would you say to the people that say, if I had been his parent, I would have known? And she said, I would have been one of those parents that said that until it happened to me. And she also says in the interview that when she was watching it going down on the news and she had an idea that it could be her son, it could be Dylan, that she prayed to God, please just like let this end, like take his life, let this end, don't let him hurt any people. And I mean, she has a ton of remorse. You can really, really tell. I cannot even imagine what it would be like to live her life, but you know, and she says at the end of her TED Talks that there are so many people out there that don't feel like she has a right to her grief, that she should pay penance for the rest of her life for what she, you know, went through and whatever. But But then when Diane Sawyer's like asking her, they start talking about how like he was in trouble at school for like engraving this stuff on somebody's locker, and that he like broke into somebody's car and he got a felony charge. And this all happened like around the time that was going on. And Diane Sawyer's like, you didn't have any idea that like he could be like violent or there was something going on? And she was like, no, I just kind of like wrote it off. And then she tells this story that she like confronted him about all this stuff, and she was standing in the kitchen and she like pushed him up against the refrigerator, and she said, you know, you're being selfish, this isn't all about you. And then she said, oh, and by the way, it's Mother's Day and you forgot it. And he looked at her and he said something like, could you please back up, because I don't know how long I can control myself. And then she starts crying, and she is like, you know, like, but he didn't mean that in a mean way. He was just saying it politely, like, can you back up? But it didn't sound polite when she said it. And Diane Sawyer asks her something, and she's like, why did you excuse it all away? And she was like, because she starts bawling. She's like, because he was just so sweet. And I'm like, that doesn't sound real sweet to me. I mean, I don't know, like, you know, but, all of that's interesting to me. You know, I didn't always speak to my mother correctly when I was growing up, but it was instigated by drugs and alcohol, and my parents knew that. Like, and, you know, so when I got sober, and that whole amends process of making amends to my mom, you know, was a lot about that, you know? And so I can't imagine having a child look at you and say that. And she goes, well, then he went out and he bought me this little watering can that was filled with African violets. And I just was like, I don't know, like, it's kind of crazy to me. I can't imagine. And apparently the other shooter, Eric Harris, his family hasn't come out and said anything or whatever, and they all still apparently live in Columbine. I can't imagine staying in that community after having gone through that, you know? And then the other thing that's interesting is, years and years ago, I read the book She Said Yes, which was by Cassie Brunel, or not by her, but it was about her. Apparently she was the girl that they looked at it and they said, do you believe in God? And she said yes, and then they shot her. But I talked about it on my vlog, and so many people were like, no, that never happened. Like, that wasn't really the case. So, and apparently they came out and said that they fictionalized that. I don't know if that's true or not. I have a feeling this bookstore is closed. I've not seen anybody come in and out, and I don't see anybody shopping in there. I see just, like, people, like, cleaning up. I don't know. I can't read from here what it says. My eyesight is so bad anymore. But anyway, oh, there's somebody. I see one person shopping in there. So I'm excited to read more of the book and find out more about it. It's very interesting to me. Oh, there's somebody shopping in there. Is he coming? He's coming out though. I looked for everywhere for this. Oh, he's getting coffee, the little coffee stand. I looked everywhere for this gold necklace. And this is like everywhere that I went, and I like even spent some money on buying like some of these. I wanted like just a little gold charm. So if you guys know anywhere to get them, please let me know, because I'm obsessed with these necklaces with little like gold, like I want a gold coin, but a small one. I got this at Urban Outfitters, you guys, for literally like $8. And it was sitting on my counter forever, and I didn't even take it on my vacation, and I put it on today. This has nothing to do with BookTube, but who cares? I put it on today, and I was like, this is exactly what I've been looking for, and it was like $8 at Urban Outfitters. And I paid like $40 and $60 for these. I'm just ridiculous. So anyway, Russell Brand has a book out, who'd care? And then the other thing I'm really excited about, and I think I talked about this in my book yesterday, was, no, it's still open because there are all kinds of people in there shopping, is The Devouring Gray, which I have heard fantastic things about. Oh my God, I'm so excited about it. I bought it on Audible, excuse me, I bought it on Audible, and I'm so excited to read it. What does it say? Donate a book, rewrite a kid's story. Half Pint Library Book Drive. Donate a new or gently used kids book and make a difference for a local child. We'll match your donation. Hashtag Half Price Books, HPB Gives. So go check that out. Hashtag HPB Gives. I think that's really cool. I may come in here and donate some of my books from when I was a kid. I have so many books that are still in good condition. So if you read The Devouring Gray, is it worth it? I've heard fantastic things about it. And she's apparently already, is it one person, I think? Yeah. She's apparently already working on the sequel for it. So I'm really excited about that. And also, the person that wrote The Wife Between Us, there's like, she's working on, there's 2 people that wrote it. And apparently she's writing her second book as well. So, I don't know. And I can see Liam O'Yeardy's up there, Nine Strangers, which Tanya told me I would hate. So I didn't listen to that on my vacation. I ended up wanting to I really, really, really wanted to read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I had gotten that on Audible. I was going to listen to it while I was on vacation. And then I got there and I was like, I just want to listen to something that, oh my God, I was like, I screenshot this the other day, this book, and it says like heroin, it's like spelled first Heroine, and then Heroin, and then Heroin, kind of, it just fades back until it goes to her at the bottom. Have you guys seen this book? I like screenshot it because I heard that it was fantastic, and they have it down here on the bookshelf. If they weren't playing music in there, I would go in there. I'm going to do because I did the Barnes & Noble book tour, I'm going to do a Half Price Books book tour, but it'll be easier to go in during the day and show you guys. So, but anyway, I may try to film it right now if I go in there, because there's hardly anybody in there. I may try to film it now and put that up tomorrow. But I wanted to listen to the Evelyn Hugo book, but when I was on vacation, I was like, I just want to listen to something quick that I can get through quickly, that I won't have to think a lot about, blah, 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 whatever. And so I ended up listening to the Andromeda Strain, which I think was a good pick for vacation, because I didn't have to be like super focused, and it was kind of a quick read. So anyway, if you guys want to hear about that, I did that on my, I did my review of that yesterday. So anyway. They have a picture up here of Edgar Allan Poe. I would show you guys the half-price books right now, but there's literally a kid standing in the doorway. But here, he just walked away. I'll show you. Up here, there is a... Here, I'll focus in on it. There's somebody about to get ready to walk in. Do you see this? The Edgar Allan Poe. Why does that remind me of the TV show The Following? Every time I see a picture of Edgar Allan Poe, it always reminds me of The Following. Now there's all these people walking in. Turn it this way. Oh, we do not need to see that kind of close-up. Anyway, I love bookstores and bookstores love me. Okay, I'm going to get off here and go into half-price books. So, I will be... I'm not going to come back because this video is now 17 minutes long. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Sunday. If you like these little vlogs, let me know, and I'll try to do like one once a week. I have fun doing these. I love to just kind of talk and stuff. So, I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.